Hi, I'm Maggie Lakowski from Maggie Moon Tarot, and tonight I'm going to do an unboxing for the Witch's Bounty for June. And I want to do a reading before we start. And I've got the candles lit in celebration. I'm doing this the night before the full moon. In Capricorn, it's the strawberry moon. The Native Americans named it that because in the northeastern part of the United States, it's a time when the strawberries are harvested. So it's usually the last moon, full moon in spring, or the first full moon in summer. And this is, we have Jupiter, our benefactor, sextiling the moon. So this, there can be some big and expansive things, blessings too with Jupiter. And then we do have a little bit of friction because we've got Venus opposing Pluto, and then the Saturn-Uranus square. So there's always something. So let's go ahead and do the reading. And I'm reading with the Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. This is a gorgeous deck. And the artist is Kinga Britsky. And these are gorgeous cards. And what I decided to do, she has different spreads in here. You can also, she suggests just pull a card to let you know maybe what phase of a moon, and what that energy is that maybe you could be working with for whatever you've come to your reading or your session, that you wanted to get more information on, or maybe just what you needed to know. But she has other spreads, but I decided to do an intentional reading. A lot of times, you know, if we do a reading, we may have like a Celtic cross, we may have a significator, or so I decided to pick the full moon because that's where we're at. And let me go ahead and pull up the full moon and what she has to say about it. But if you'll notice, it says power. So that this is when, the power is, the energy is very powerful at the full moon. And she said, step into your true power, shine brightly, do not hide who you are, or what you are. The time is right to attract big things for yourself. Ancestral energy is important at this time. Open your mind to larger possibilities. Big magic can be wrought. And her affirmation is, I have power. It is real. And also she talks about generations after generations, we have stood barefoot under the same moon, wishing, setting intentions, dancing, and drawing her graceful power. And it says, you are made of the very swirling matter that is the stuff of stars. You are pure possibilities, changing constantly, renewing, transforming. Take in the moment to recognize that power and rejoice in it, for your next step is the precursor to your future self. So, and Moonstone is a stone we also use oftentimes with new moons, full moons, when we're doing moon work, water. So with this in mind, I wanted to use another deck. And this deck, I'm an angel gal, as you can probably see to my right there. I've got a lot of candles lit tonight for the full moon and my angel back there. So I'm using the Angel Wisdom Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. And I was on a radio show, a co-host, and with Jean Murray. And Radley came on. I think he had made 3 visits to the radio show, and he has he's so enthusiastic. He has such a generous heart. I met a lot of people in the divination world and wonderful people, but Radley's got some magic, I'll tell you. And he's very gracious and a very great teacher, a tarot teacher too. Excuse me. I have a little frog in my throat. I think that will do it. So what I wanted to do was use his deck along with our full moon to see. It's got beautiful backs on this one. Oh, and this, I wanted to show you the back of this card too. It's beautiful. Just to see what energy, what other energy that we need to look at, because with full moons, things come to completion many times, or maybe what we started from the new moon. We see where it's progressed. At that time, maybe we decide what we're going to release. It can be a time also to step into our power, like the card says, because it's a very powerful time. Oftentimes, it can be a very emotional time too, because emotions kind of can run the course during a full moon, because it's like the tides, how the moon affects the tides. We are also made up of water in our body, so it affects us too. So we can feel sometimes at the full moon, things can kind of feel a little bigger than they normally are. So let's just take a look. I'm going to shuffle and then put down some cards. Pick one. Okay. Okay. So this one is the Nine of Air. And this one has a full moon too. So you can see this. There's a man here and standing out, looking outside the window. And instead of swords, there are candles lit here. And in this deck, each card has an association with an archangel. This is Michael. And it also has an association. This is 15. That's the card, the major arcana ego, or devil in the traditional deck. It's ego in this deck. And so it has, it's got a little writing on underneath. It says unfounded fear, expecting the worst, thus creating self-fulfilling prophecies, allowing worry to grow out of proportion and to the situation, sleepless nights. So it says refocus your thoughts with Archangel Michael. And a lot of times at full moon, we can feel a sense of maybe some things being overwhelming or things being out of proportion. Um, I always remember as a child at night, I love the moon, but sometimes at night things could feel more overwhelming, and then in the morning things look different. So I would say with this card too, with Michael, and then with the devil or the ego that we're looking at, Michael can take his sword if we ask him, and just release some of those fears or worries that may be unfounded or really not helpful. Because during the full moon, we want to be in our power, we want to do our work. And so Archangel Michael can take that sword and cut that, and so that we can claim our power to go forward. So this is a beautiful message for us for the full moon in Capricorn. So let's take a look at what's in the box for the Witch's Bounty for June. Let's take a look. We've got our parchment. Take a few things over here, and we'll see what the theme is. It's a lunar theme, from what I can tell from the picture. And it says the lunar transition. It says in our world and throughout our practices, the telling of time directly reflects the position and phases of the moon. The pure significant, and I'll put the artwork up while I'm reading it, that they offer. The pure significance of the lunar transition directly binds us to the constant relationship between releasing and gaining, regenerating and reinventing ourselves through each cycle. This timetable is so sacred and significant to us, as it truly speaks to the specific times in which we're able to draw power down into our magical practices and rituals. Although not all magic needs to relate to the lunar cycle, we rely upon her beauty and overwhelming guidance to accompany us during our manipulation of reality. And then it talks about the magical items in the box here. But this is the lunar light. Her element is water. Celestial influence is the moon. And the chakra is the heart, the throat, and then the third eye, and then our crown. And then it says, it gives some description, but it says, one paragraph I like, as personal energies ebb and flow, the shifting phases reminds us to find inspiration, to grow into self-awareness, to change our minds and our hearts. And the moon reminds us about forgiveness and asks us to release any unnecessary worry in order to make our dreams or our intentions better. So it shows all the moon phases and gives some information. And then the first item that it talks about is actually the pendant that they offer. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is Pendant of the Moon Phases, and it looks like it has Mother of Pearl and Moonstone. Let me hold it up so you can see it. Let me hold it still. It's hard to get. Okay, here it is. This is the front of it. I'm trying to get it in a place where you can see it. You see it really beautifully, and it is sterling silver, and it does have Mother of Pearl and it has Moonstone. So the Moonstone is in the middle. There's a Moonstone encrusted into the bezel there, the top part for your chain. And then the Mother of Pearl are the different moon phases. So this is a beautiful one. And it has Rainbow Moonstone and Mother of Pearl. It has the gentle energies and attributes of the lunar vibrancy needed to amplify energies during ritual or just throughout your day. And although Moonstone is in general has a variety of beneficial attributes, Rainbow Moonstone provides an enhanced version of these energies, known to have the ability to bring us closer to the goddess energy. Rainbow Moonstone is a great bringer of divine light, enhancing any feminine energies that we may be working with at the time. And it's able to boost our vitality and allowing us to visualize clearer intentions. And then let's take a look at also the Mother of Pearl is associated with water and the sacred energy of the sea, as with the moon, and it brings us immense healing and soothing energies, in addition to providing clarity during times of chaos or overthinking. And that can be very true during full moons. And so this is a gorgeous pendant. So let me see if I can bring it up a little bit closer so you can see. So we put this back in the box. It has a beautiful white box with a little satin inside. They're always so beautifully packed. And then along with this in the box is Selene Magickal Anointing Oil. And they've created this with the intention, I think this is what this is, to bring lunar light into our surroundings. And it's wonderful to use during any ritual work. And let's take a look and see what types of oils and herbs they have in here. And so it's Selene, you can see the bottle, let me smell it. And it has rose, amber, lavender, chamomile, almond, as well as passionflower, blue lotus, echinacea, rose herbs, along with other magical oils from our personal cabinet. So, and there's a mini Lemurian quartz. And then, as always with any oils, if you're going to use it on yourself, try a little bit. You may need some more of a carrier oil. So this is a beautiful addition. And they always give you, if you don't have a chain, they always provide a rope chain to go with it. And then we have this is in a little pouch. This is a rough Girasol quartz to accompany you on your path. Let's take a look. So this stone can be carried throughout our day or placed upon our altar, and it has a wonderful clarifying and motivational energy. I don't have this stone. It looks very similar to a clear quartz, so it just might be a type of clear quartz, but it's called a Girasol quartz. So I'll have to look at look this up and see where this came from. And it's in a little pouch. And then it has the artwork, and that's by A.E. Alden. We also have a spell candle and some incense. And this is Lunar Regina incense for doing any ritual work. My husband loves the incense sticks. He in our sunroom he always borrows some and is always burning a few just to kind of bring some nice energy into that room. And let's see what else we have. A candle. And this spell candle is hand rolled, and it's with the intention of calling down lunar energies during meditation or our work. So this is a beautiful one. It's kind of got like little sparkles on it. So this will be a beautiful candle to light. So this is an amazing box. Just absolutely love. Well, you know me with moons. Love the moon pendant. So I want to wish you blessings on our starberry moon, on our full moon in Capricorn. And as always, peace. And until we meet again, be well.